Kyle Larson spins leader Martin Truex Jr. on pit road during the final pit stop on Sunday. TJ, spot on, spot off.
I just think this is a racing accident. I don't think it's as I'm spot off because Martin did a hell of a job getting up in the front, and it was good to see Martin. He was leading the race, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean he was
one of the best cars, really.
Yeah, he did a great
best.
job, and I hate to see. I'm not sure. I didn't look anything up on it, but I think that the sun was playing a factor on pit road, and he was going to miss his pit stall and saw it late and kind of hit the brakes and panicked.
That's what he said in his interview.
And this wasn't a Kyle Larson said, "Oh, this is my chance to cheap shot a guy." This is none of that. Even Larson said he couldn't see that well when he checked up. So I don't. This is part of the problem. If there's one bad thing about Homestead, it's the glare down the front stretch for the drivers.
I mean, even for us getting into one, like getting into one, you're looking at the back glass, and it's
it's hard to see.
If you don't have
sometimes.
binoculars up, you're really having a hard time finding.
It's hard to see. So I chalk this up as a racing deal. I think Martin knows it. It sucks for Martin though because he was doing such a damn good job.
They have found some ways to lose some races this year. I mean, it's incredible.
He was kicking ass too. So it was hated it for him. But I just think it was this could have happened to any of us. Sometimes I don't understand is we do a countdown on pit road. Sometimes I don't think the drivers hear our countdowns.
I was just gonna say
I think they're just looking for the signs.
I think so too because when you hear 5, I always say like when you hear 5 away, you start turning. You know, and it's kind of like Hell Dale Jr.'s driven by his pit box numerous times, and I'm like, what are we doing here? Okay, I don't know what 10 away means, but it means you're damn close.
I think definitely it was a visibility thing. I wondered that as well, the communication for the count, what was going on there. The pit crew did a great job getting out of the way. That, like I said at the top of the show, could have been really bad. But I do feel for Martin, like you were saying, they just cannot seem to catch a break. You know, and this is a driver we're used to seeing with multiple wins, making the playoffs, going to the championship 4. It just has not been the traditional Martin Truex Jr. and team that we've all grown accustomed to seeing. You can just see it in his interviews, how dejected he is. His voice is almost like shaking, like he's very emotional.
Yeah, I noticed that yesterday.
About what has happened. And I don't know what exactly pinpointing why this team hasn't been where they have in the past.
Is it because Blake's not there? Is that what? Are we trying to get Blake enough? But he's already got a good job of getting a better one.
He's got a good deal.
I mean, he was a big part of that team's success. He was with Martin for a long time. They experienced a lot of wins together. I don't know if that's the sole reason. I think maybe that hasn't helped things. But I hate it for Martin. I think everyone here, we all know what kind of a talent he is.
Oh, yeah.
And you could tell he's so ready for this season to be done. But yeah, that was a weird deal, and we don't see him make mistakes like that. That's why I think that.
I mean, normally that's okay, but when you're that close on pit road, if Larson's pit stall is down in turn 4, further towards turn 4, it doesn't happen. It's just things lined up just right for this accident to happen, and one little slip, and bam, there's no room for error.
You see people that kind of getting on Kyle, and Kyle's. These guys have metrics to the 10th of a second.
Kyle's driving off Martin, basically,
and you're pushing your lights as hard as you can push them to get down there. So you get you're minimizing your time on pit road to try and beat Martin out of the pit, so you get back in control of the race. So you really can't fault him. One of the things I do a lot, I'm sure you guys do it. I will tell the guy, I'll tell Bubba or Derek or whoever. Right, this guy's getting ready to turn in right here, so you're kind of expecting it. So even if I had said that, though, and I usually say it, like TJ said, when they're about 4 or 5 away from their stall, and I'm saying he's going to turn in right here, and if he doesn't turn in, then you should know, like maybe but it's just a bad deal for Martin. It's just another unfortunate
If you run into the back of somebody leaving the studio, who are the cops going to charge, you or the car you hit?
Me.
Or just ask
so he ran into the back of him. Kyle ran into the back of him. I will say this. AJ Allmendinger brought this to my attention last night. Martin never faded left. He just turned left. And by then, if Kyle, to Freddie's point, is looking down at his lights or he's processing something, he doesn't have the ability to check up. It was a perfect storm to wreck Martin Truex. The crew guys' lives are then at risk. Their health is at risk. Like, we don't give – those guys make a lot of money. They get these long-term contracts.
Yeah.
They've got a freaking tons of weight coming at them at 50, to your point, 50 miles an hour. Like, these guys risk their bodies every single pit stop. Not only are they out there diving on their knees and jamming their backs and cramming their bodies onto the ground, 5, 6, 7, 8 times a day. But literally, when you see these pit stops, Kaitlyn, and I watch these guys almost get their right foot run over.
I was just
the
gonna
tire
bring that
changer.
up.
The tire changer's got his right front, foot hung out, and man, those guys they're brave. They're more brave than I am.
I will say these guys are all really talented. It goes to the drivers, the crew guys, because they go within inches of each other, and they're comfortable doing it.
Right.
And it's kind of a, if you're going around a guy, you're going to have to go around his tire carrier. You know what I mean? He swings that tire way out, but it's amazing that we haven't had more tires get hit by cars and things like that. These guys are really good at what they do.
Man,
on
we
pit road.
talked about a few weeks ago. Every driver that puts a helmet on assumes a risk that they may not come back. It's just the risk they got. Every time a pit stop happens, there is a chance a pit crew guy is going to get run over by a car.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm out. I'm staying on the roof.
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
I don't want to wreck or get run over.
Better up there on the roof, right?
Yeah.
Not in the heat.
In the sun.
Yeah.
In the sun.
To your point, he did never fade though. He just he kind of panicked and hit the brakes, and then as soon as he hit the brakes, he was like, the crew chief was probably like, when they get close, right here, son. You know what I mean? And he's probably like, poof, and as soon as he did it, he got hit.
The one thing I did see last night that I thought was ridiculous was some people commenting on Flores was one of the ones I think retweeted it, commenting on the 19 team should have just got their together and changed the tires and he wouldn't have lost all those spots. And I'm like, are you me? Like
me?
the guy's backwards.
It was just
first
chaos
they
at that point.
they just ran for their lives.
Yes.
Literally ran for their lives. And now, okay, let's regroup and make sure we got everything right. But these are, you should have got out there. But somebody must have bet on Martin or something yesterday.
Good Lord. They do pit stops in under 10 seconds. You're not going to adjust to all that chaos going on. First of all, it's amazing he stopped where he did.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Perfect.
How he got in the box was perfect.
Brad did that one time at I think it might have been Talladega where he spun out coming in pit road, and he says he could do it again, but I don't think he can. But it was like that's a chaos scenario. I thought it was great the time when that happens, you're just basically trying not to get hit or anything else happen because it was late in the race. There's 15 cars, 20 cars in the lead lap, so it's not an overly busy pit road. So just do things right. Make sure the rights get on the right side of the car, lefts get on the left, and then get a turn around and go. But I thought they did a good job.
We've got exciting news. OfferPad wants to buy your home. Go to OfferPad.com right now and tell them all about it. You'll receive a cash offer within 24 hours.